welcome. Welcome to this very special evening of music produced by the Paul Koors Memorial Foundation and directed by myself, Kathleen Huber, and Jillian Matundan, who's joining me here on the screen. Jillian,
Hello.
how are you?
I'm well. How are you, Kathleen?
I'm good. I'm looking to you with a big fat thank you for all that you've done for this. This has been a tremendous amount of work you've done, and for someone who sits in the sound check and listens to what you all are about to hear, you are all going to be delighted as I was. This is the second Paul Koors showcase. The last was last March, and that can be found on the newly updated foundation website. And let's see, what were we going to talk about here, Jillian?
I think we were going to, first of all, welcome everybody. If you're here, please say hello. If you're watching from YouTube, go ahead and just click on the YouTube thing at the bottom if you'd like to use the chat function, and then it'll take you to YouTube and you can comment away to your heart's content. We've got a really wonderful show for you tonight. But before we get too far into it, I think, Kathleen, it would be really important if you could tell folks how you were acquainted with Paul's music.
Right. So I was invited to go to Jam and Java to see the Paul Koors tribute band, and I didn't know anything about it. And after leaving that night, I was struck by Paul's songwriting, of course, the story of his life, and then, of course, the work of the foundation to not only promote awareness in the medical area, but also Paul was a prolific songwriter, and he's a good songwriter. And the foundation wants to promote songwriting and promote Paul's music. And at that time, I was writing a grant, and that's what led to the first live stream. And we're here again. It was so successful. And you, Jillian, have curated this lovely group of people to, get Paul's songs in singer-songwriter repertoire. I mean, if the way that we can promote his music is by sharing it with singer-songwriters and having it do its magic. So, so I worked with the foundation to do the first one, and as you know, because you've been working with him for a while, it's a great way to promote Paul's music and songwriting in general. So.
That's right, yeah. And we're so grateful to the foundation for uplifting other songwriters who are out there. And I think, I personally, having been in the first live stream, I can't tell you how much it's been means to me to be able to share Paul's music as well. I actually just recorded a full-length album, and the family gave me the rights to the song that I covered last year, which you'll hear tonight from another songwriter, which is really cool. I've played that song everywhere from radio to actually just the NERFA stage last weekend. So this is what we hope for as songwriters, right? That somebody will take our music and continue it past us. So,
Yeah.
But why don't you tell us a little bit about the singers tonight, Kathleen?
Well, I think you should do that since you have curated this show.
Well, we're going to be showcasing songwriters from Minneapolis to Glasgow. We've got folks from New York, Virginia, all over the place. And so we're really excited because, thanks to the beauty of technology, we can all be here together. And so, again, thank you for joining us. If you feel the need to in the YouTube, we'd love to hear from you. It's important to say that, all the performers tonight have music pages, other links. They're going to be listed on the bottom. Please, take a look. It'll be at the end credits of the show. Look them up because I think it's such an important thing.
Yeah, and one other thing about tonight, we're going to be we'll have a common tip jar that we'll be splitting among all the performers tonight. So you'll have the opportunity to, tip these wonderful songwriters. And, really the goal of this live stream and the goal of this effort is really to get awareness of Paul's songs and also just promote singer-songwriters. And we've had such an amazing group of people here. I mean, it really gives me chills to think about, what has happened with these live streams, and we're looking forward to a really good show. Yeah. So should we bring our MC in?
Yeah, I think so. I think that we should introduce you to our MC, who is not just an incredible singer-songwriter, also a fantastic musician and friend. And so I would like to introduce Kellie Lin Knott from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Hi, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Jillian. Thanks so much for having me. I am so excited after getting to preview some of the videos from the artists who are here tonight, the songs that they chose. We're going to talk a little bit about that to find out why they chose the Paul Koors songs that they chose, and then to hear their original music. It's really going to be a fantastic evening of talent and sharing.
Yes. I think Kelly or Kathleen, whoever, did we talk about how this show's going to run, the format? Either of you want to mention that?
Yeah, so we're going to start with a recorded version of the Paul Koors song that the songwriters selected, and then we'll move to a live version of their own composition. And meanwhile, Kelly will be directing people on and off stage and chatting with them as MCs do. I'm going to be back behind the screen, and Jillian will come back later on. And very end of the show, I'll come back. But Kelly's in charge, our able MC tonight. We're very excited to have you here. Thank you, Kelly.
Oh, well, thanks for having me. And for those of you out there in the audience, the performers can see your comments. We can see them backstage. We've got our whole host of performers backstage, so you can say hello. You can ask questions. We'll be able to see those, and when it's appropriate, we may respond. Most likely, it will be me. So if there's anything that comes up, we can see you, and it's nice for us to know that you're here with us. We're so glad to have you tuned in.
Yeah. So before we kick it off with the songwriters, we are kicking off with a video. Kathleen, do you want to talk about this? Because I think
I would love to. So at the first live stream, a young man, Matthew Cunningham, did a cover of Paul Koors' "The River," which has not yet been recorded, so it wasn't in the group of songs that I knew. And when he played it, I just was so taken by it, and I didn't know there were words to it. So when I got the words to it and heard it, I thought, oh, this is a really great song. And I said to my friend Jillian here, I said, hey, could you do a bass line in the style of Scott Mulvihill? And you're like, well, maybe. And you said you didn't, but I think you did. And so I absolutely love this song. So Jillian's playing upright bass, and I'm singing the song. And I'm just delighted in how it turned out. So thank you.
Yeah, we're going to start there, and then Kelly will take us away with our first songwriter. So here we go. Let's.
She's going to mow.
Ready? Okay.
make our way down to the river and jump inside. Swim as fast as you can to the middle and then decide. Ooh, ooh,
That was so fantastic, Kathleen and Jillian. Just a beautiful song and a beautiful take on that song. I feel like I could hear that headlining jazz clubs around the world. Just such a sultry, gorgeous, understated delivery. Beautiful song. And one thing those of you out there in the audience may notice is Paul's songs have pristinely beautiful lyrics. Just gorgeous lyrics that take you into all kinds of different places. So you'll see as we move through Songwriter, that is something that's consistent and sparkling all the way through. Thank you, Kathleen and Jillian. I think it's time to bring on another of our songwriters. Adrianna Spina is here, and it's very late where she is. She's going to be live with us from Glasgow, Scotland, and we will hear her song first, and then I think we'll bring her in to chat a little bit about why she chose the song and get to hear her original song as well. So let's hear Adrianna.
Tell myself I gotta get away from you before I finally listened to reason, and I told you we were through. You had a knack for dragging me backwards, telling me absurd lies. So when the spell was broken, I tossed out every token and I cut all ties. It's been a long time since I've been thinking about you, and now the thoughts come flooding back and there's nothing I can do. I finally found a place where I can bury all my sins, but now you brought it back in, now my head is spinning. Ooh. How many times did I tell myself I gotta find another friend before I finally opened my eyes and brought this madness to one end? You got a thrill from breaking my will with all of your childish games. And I couldn't take it, I wouldn't try to fake it, and I cursed your name. Nothing I can do. I finally found a place where I can bury all my sins, but then you brought it back in and my head is spinning. Ooh. Telling me absurd lies. When the spell was broken, I tossed out every token and cut all ties. You got a thrill from breaking my will with all of your childish games. brought it back in and my head is spinning. It's been a long time since I've been thinking about you, and now the thoughts come flooding back and there's nothing I can do. I finally found a place where I can bury all my sins, and now you brought it back in and my head is spinning. And now you brought it back in and my head is spinning. And now you brought it back in and my head is spinning.
Adrianna Spina! You may have heard me whispering in the background. I love the sound of her name. I love the sound of her voice. She's got 2 records out and a 3rd on the way in 2023. Let's meet her, Adrianna.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you doing, Kelly? It's so
I'm
lovely
great.
to see you.
It's so great to see you too. We met during a Dar Williams retreat, I think,
We
the
did.
first time.
Yes.
And then I started following you and your beautiful music. You're an incredible
thank you.
songwriter. So you're going to be the first one to answer this question for us, though. Tell us, when you were invited to do this event, what drew you to this particular song out of all of the amazing Paul Koors songs out there?
Well, you know, it's quite simple. I was not familiar with Paul's work beforehand, before Jillian kindly invited me to be involved in this event. So I kind of went on a little digging expedition to see what I could find, and I was absolutely spoiled for choice. There's absolutely no shortage of amazing songs. And so I asked for a little bit of direction from Jillian. It's like, you're going to have to help me narrow this down here because I'm going down a rabbit hole. So she sent me a few over. And I just kept coming back to this one. And it's such a universal topic. We've all been there, let's face it. But it's really, really simple in that this was the song amongst all of the songs that I listened to, that when I was out walking the dog or on the train to work or whatever, it was popping back in my head and it just kept coming back and coming back. And yeah, I just loved it. And I thought this is a proper earworm. So yeah, I nabbed that one for myself.
I love that, and it's funny. I think we may see a theme for a lot of us. I think the song chose us.
Yes.
Like you mentioned,
Yes.
the way it followed you through your days. You couldn't help but sing it. It was
Absolutely.
beautiful. Your take was so beautiful.
Thank
And you do have a new record on the way.
I do. It's been in the works for a little while. To be honest, I'm as all songwriters are, I'm looking for ways to be able to fund the record, and I'm currently working on getting some funding from our kind of local creative bodies that we have here in Scotland. So that's what I'm working on at the moment. I have more songs than I know what to do with. I've got songs coming out of my ears.
Well, we'd love to hear one. We'd love to hear one. Tell us what you're going to
Yeah.
play.
Okay, well, I'm actually going to play the opening track from my last album. As you might be aware, I'm in Scotland. The accent might have been a giveaway. And I apologise if I'm talking too quickly. So I have a habit of talking too fast. And it's midnight here, or whatever time it is now, 20 past midnight. And I wanted to play something that was kind of suitably kind of late night. So this is the opening track from my second record, and it's a little bit folky. It gives you a bit of a flavour of the kind of Celtic background as well, and a bit of a contrast to the Paul Koors song. So I'm going to sing you a song called Home.
Perfect. We look forward to it.
Okay. It's all in the way you look at me. You cannot disguise understand that in your hand you hold of my tomorrow. Sometimes it's far from easy, but it's always worthwhile. And every time you draw the line, you're straight to my heart like an arrow, like an arrow. My little heart gets bruised, but darling, so does yours. Oh, we could heal each other if we knew what we could lose. You are my home, the place that I love. Rattled by storms I can make no sense of. More and more these days, it's only wind and rain. Now and again I see the sun, and it's beautiful. I'm always treading carefully, my eyes open wide. I didn't see it coming. Took my time to realize what I had no longer my tomorrows. My little heart gets bruised, but darling, so does yours. I'm feeling like I'm shipwrecked, and I'm hanging on to you. You are my home, the place that I love. Roaring my storms make no sense of. More and more these days, it's only wind and rain. Now and again I see the sun, and it's beautiful. Oh, oh, oh. You have my hand. Oh, oh, oh. Till I pulled it back, but I was wrong. Never dreamed you wouldn't wait for me, but now I'm way too late. Oh, oh. You are my home, the place that I love. Rattled by storms I can make no sense. Oh, oh. More and more these days, it's only wind and rain. Now and again I see the sun, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. Ooh.
Adrianna Spina, so beautiful, beautiful it is.
Thank
live
you so
from
much.
Scotland at midnight 25. So great to have you here and have you kicking us off with the live performance. Adriana's
It is
new
my
album
pleasure.
is coming out soon. You see the
Yes.
website there. And thank you so much. We're so pleased that you
Thank
could join
you.
us this evening.
And have some more coffee. And I'm looking forward to hearing everyone else. Thank you so much for having me. And I'll see you soon.
Yay, thank you. Thank you so much. Adrianna, She'll be backstage watching the show with the rest of our fantastic performers. If you're just tuning in, I'm Kelly, I'm your MC, and below you will see the tip jar rolling past. That tip jar will be split between all performers this evening, and sometimes tonight you also may see a donation link for the Paul Koors Memorial Foundation. When you see that, that's optional, but it is great. You can help with the mission to bring these beautiful songs out into the world and to help with songwriting and education, among other great things. So that said, we have more great performers. Our next performer who will play a Paul Koors song, pre-recorded Paul Koors song for us, is Connor Daly from Northern Virginia. We're going to hear the song first, then we'll meet Connor and learn a little bit more.
With fire, not get burned. Skate on thin ice and not so much. Try as I might, can't seem to shake free. This need for conflict inside of me. Please don't let me fall before I've had my chance to recognize things before my eyes. Please don't let me fall before I've had my chance to realize blessings in disguise. Stare at the sundown, till sunrise and feel alright. Try as I might, can't seem to shake free. This need for conflict inside of me. Please don't let me fall before I've had my chance to recognize things before my eyes. Please don't let me fall before I've had my chance to realize blessings in disguise. Get burned, wanna skate on thin ice and not submerge. Try as I might, can't seem to shake free. This need for conflict inside of me. Please don't let me fall before I've had my chance to recognize things before my eyes. Please don't let me fall before I've had my chance to realize blessings in disguise.
Yay! Fantastic. Connor Daly from Northern Virginia has a new EP coming out, and I believe it's called Holding On. Actually, it's already out. Let's meet Connor Daly. Hi, Connor.
How's it going? Hey. Good to see you.
Good to see you,
Good
too.
to be
Thanks for
here.
coming on tonight.
Yeah, no, thanks for having me. This is great so far. Yeah, really excited to be here.
Such a fantastic night of talent, and that's part of what the Paul Koors Memorial Foundation does, is showcase songwriters and help connect songwriters and people in the music community. And so it's great that we can be here together. Tell us a little bit about why you chose that particular song out of all of Paul's tunes.
So like you said before, there's so many different songs to choose from, and it pretty much chose me. I'm a big melody guy, especially during like the chorus melody, and that the melody for Fall really stuck out to me, and it was really memorable and catchy, and I just really liked it. So pretty much the melody for me, but overall it's just a very pretty song.
Excellent, excellent. And what are you going to play for us this evening of yours?
So I'm playing an original song called Morning Sun. And Morning Sun is pretty much about trying to get over somebody. But the world doesn't make it so easy for you to get over that person. So everywhere you're going, you're remembering that person, and it's hard to forget about them.
Let's hear it. We'd love to hear it.
Sounds good. Thanks. Going down these old roads, looking out the window, and I see the blue sky, reminding me of those blue eyes. Catch a glimpse of those trees, hanging over the rocky creek, looking just like the ones that we used to hang our clothes on. Everything's reminding me of you. Look at anything, I can't see what I'm supposed to. It's never just a cloud in the sky, it's a vision of you that I'm seeing. How am I supposed to just move on when I keep seeing your shadow in the morning sun? That smile stayed with me. It's like the sap on a redwood tree, stuck right on my mind. Seeing your face when I open my eyes, I wanna go back to the way it was before you told me that it wasn't love. But still, after all this time, I just can't get you out my mind. Everything's reminding me of you. When I look at anything, I can't see what I'm supposed to. It's never just a cloud in the sky, it's a vision of you that I'm seeing. How am I supposed to just move on when I keep seeing your shadow in the morning sun that's shining down on this cold hard ground? Yeah, I keep seeing you, hoping that you're seeing me too. In this old little town that I keep driving around, I wish it wasn't true, but all I see is you. Yeah, everything's reminding me of you. When I look at anything, I can't see what I'm supposed to. It's never just a cloud in the sky, it's a vision of you that I'm seeing. How am I supposed to just move on when I keep seeing your shadow in the morning sun? Yeah, in the morning sun.
Connor Daly, In the Morning Sun. Is this on the new EP?
So this is on I already recorded down in Nashville, but it's hopefully going to come out sometime early next year. It's on a 6-song EP that I already recorded, so it's going to be coming out eventually. Yeah.
Excellent. Connor, so nice to have you. Connor's website is here, folks. You can catch up with Connor and find out more about the upcoming release there. And Connor, we'll see you backstage. Thank you for a beautiful rendition of Paul's song, Paul.
Yes, sounds great.
For this song as well.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it. It's an honor to be here. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Up next, we have a performer who is Brooklyn-based, jazz folk experimental. We're going to hear her Paul Koors song cover first. Her name is Amanda Gates-Elston. You're going to love it. We'll roll her video, and then you'll meet her. Oh, Jillian, you're muted. Hello.
I got me. Okay. I'm sorry. I just have to interject for a second. We actually had a bit of a change in the lineup, and I'm sorry. I will make sure that you get it. But first, I just want to make sure that we get her on because she has to go to something else. So can you jump to Kayla?
Kayla, oh yes.
Great.
Well,
Pretend you never saw me, everyone.
all right. So you'll get to hear Amanda later. You're going to love it. You are also going to love Kayla Farnham. And she's had a lot of big news in her career this year. Young songwriter. We're going to hear her Paul Koors cover, and then you'll learn more about her in a moment.
Out of the dark there came a light, a beacon of hope in this eternal night. It lit up the day and showed me the way, a means of escape from this desolate cave. Well, I looked at you, and you looked at me. And there in your eyes, the reflection was clear, because the world's first sunrise shined on me. Before the dawn, the darkest of night, my mind a black hole, devouring light. Watch for the spark, then comes the flame. Everything different, nothing the same. You looked at me, and I looked at you, and there in your eyes the reflection was true, because the world's first sunrise shined on me. When I was young, blind as a bat, wandering aimless, never on track. Then came the day when everything changed, a new kind of beauty, simple and strange. I looked to the sky, shielded my eyes, 'cause there in the distance, to my eyes' surprise, I saw the world's first sunrise shining on me, shining on me, shining on me.
Kayla Farnham. She slipped into that song like she wrote it herself. So, so beautiful. And I can tell you that in the backstage area, now I'm waving a pencil at you, apologies. In the backstage area, the other songwriters are listening to each other and commenting and having so much fun. Kayla, what a beautiful, beautiful job. Here you are. Before you tell us, and I do want to know why you chose that particular song, I understand that you're the Connecticut State Troubadour. Is this correct?
That's right, yes.
And tell us what this is and what this means.
So the state troubadour is the equivalent of a poet laureate, basically. And the role it's based off of the traditional idea of a troubadour back in medieval times, where the musician would go around the kingdom singing the news of the kingdom. So that's a piece of it, and I'm also trying to make of it working from my own work in healing music and just kind of expanding from what I already do. So there's
that's
a lot
amazing.
of yeah.
I'll tell you what, you just brought us the news. that was current events. That was just so beautiful. So tell us why this song. How did you come to pick this song out of all of the many great Paul Koors songs out there?
So honestly, it was the title that first grabbed me. The idea of the world's first sunrise gave me such a beautiful image. And then when I listened to the song, I just loved the theme, this idea of finding that light in the dark and starting over new. It really resonates with the music that I write and the music that tends to grab me. So I just fell in love with it when I heard it.
We could feel that. We could feel that. And you have been winning awards all around the country as a songwriter. Grassy Hill Rose Garden Performing Songwriter Contest, Falcon Ridge Folk Festival, and the Great American Song Contest. So congratulations on that. That's amazing. Can people find more information about that right here at your website?
Yes.
Oh, good. And you're going to play an original for us, which is?
I'm going to play a song off of my most recent album. This song is called Little Swallow, and it's a tune about finding your voice and finding courage to express your truth.
Kayla Farnham, everybody.
Breathe slow, belly deep, repeat, repeat, repeat. Follow your own flow, take the leap, don't be discreet, because your heart was made to beat, beat, beat. Feel the life flooding through your veins. That little swallow in your throat, you've got to let it sing. And all the birds or butterflies inside are fluttering, so set it free. See the diamond in every stone, see it shine, see it shine. No matter the mountain you're climbing, whether you're disenthroned, you're still divine, still divine. Feel the life flooding through your veins. That little swallow in your throat, you've got to let it sing. And all the birds or butterflies inside are fluttering, so set it free. If you're gonna sing, you gotta sing it out through the Milky Way. If you're gonna pray, you gotta feel your fate like a new day. If you gotta scream, then scream. And feel the life flooding through your veins. That little swallow in your throat, you've got to let it sing. And all the birds or butterflies inside are fluttering, so set it free.
Farnham. So, so beautiful. From backstage, Amanda Gates-Elston says the opening lines about breathing have me breathing more deeply. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us tonight. And I understand you have another show, and so we wish you luck with that. We're so grateful that you could join us and share your beautiful talent. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Kayla. Up next, we have another fabulous songwriter, strangely enough. Chris Titchner is a songwriter from Raleigh, North Carolina. And I may be mispronouncing that, but we'll find out when he comes on. And he's going to be performing by Paul Koors, Oh Diana. Let's roll that video.
Oh, Diana, I never planned you, but you come around here with your heart in your hands. You come around here with your heart in your hands. Oh, Diana, I couldn't stand you, 'cause you remind me of the man that I ought to be. You remind me of the man that I'll never be. Oh, Diana, God never spared you from the evils of men that run like I do. You give them an inch, they'll take a mile or two. Oh, Diana, I couldn't save you from the darkness that ate you and swallowed you whole. It stole all your graces and left you alone. Oh, Diana, well, time may forget you, but you'll still be pacing the halls of my mind. While I'm out here looking for things I can't find. Oh, Diana, sweet Diana, well, you'll still be pacing the halls of my mind. While I'm out here looking for things I can't find.
Chris Titchner, originally from Burlington, Vermont, and moved to, let's meet Chris so he can make sure that we're saying it correctly. Is it Raleigh?
Yes, it's Raleigh.
Okay. Excellent. You've been touring all up and down the eastern seaboard now for some time, yes?
I have been.
Oh, excellent. That was really, really a great choice. What led you to that particular Paul Koors song when you were searching for the one?
Well, when Jillian reached out, I dove right into Paul's stuff. I listened to everything I could find, and actually sat down with a piece of paper and a pencil and was going to write down some of my choices. And when this one came on, I just knew, and I wrote her and said, dibs. If no one's picked it, I really want to do this one. There's just something about it. It amazes me how a song can be so simple and so complicated at the same time.
Absolutely, absolutely, and these songs whisper to us. They whisper to our hearts, and again, it's interesting to see that the song chose the artist in a lot of cases with the showcase tonight. Tell us a little bit more about what you're going to play next. One of your songs.
Sure. So when I perform, my absolute favorite format is in the round. And for those folks who don't know, in the round is when multiple musicians, multiple songwriters get up on a stage and they take turns playing songs. And if you really want to do it without a net, you go up there without a set list and you simply react to what the person played before you.
Yes.
And so I sort of approach this the same way. I listened to this song and I imagined that Paul was sitting on stage next to me and he had just played that. And what song of mine would I play in response? And I decided that the song I would play would be a song called Mary Ann.
Let's hear it. Chris Titchner, everyone.
Mary Ann, you don't have to treat yourself this way. You're worth more than you know, so much more than I could ever pay. And Mary Ann, it's getting time for you to choose the way that you will fall, the way that you will lose. So many times you told me you were fine. I fell for every word, I fell for every line. I'm not sure what I wanted you to say, that you needed a way out, or that you needed it this way. It's never as easy as it seems. It's never as simple as they say. It's never as cut and dry as you hoped it would be. But Mary Ann, it's okay. I keep on moving, I'm always in one place. I hate to be alone, I think I need my space. I'm always contradicting all the time. I've got what I deserve, I want all that is mine. Mary Ann, I'm sorry, I couldn't hold out that long. Mary Ann, I'm sorry, maybe I was wrong. I probably was wrong. I watched you breeze in and out my door, accepting what we had, really wanting more. I never knew which one was really you, the one I heard about, or the one I held on to. It's never as easy as it seems. It's never as simple as they say. It's never as cut and dry as you hoped it would be. But Mary Ann, it's okay. Mary Ann, it's okay.
Ah, I love it, and that would have been great in Songwriters in the Round after Paul's song. I love that spontaneity of that and how you were guided by what Paul wrote to pull this one out. Absolutely beautiful. We hope to see more from you, and so glad you could join us tonight, Chris Titchner, everybody.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you backstage. And coming up next, we teased her fans earlier. The great Amanda Gates-Elston is up next, and we're going to hear her cover of, continuing with names, the name songs, I believe, Dear Virginia by Paul Koors, played by Amanda Gates-Elston.
I still love you, but I gotta go. It's 10 long years with nothing to show. Well, I still love you, but I cannot stay. I'm moving on and I'm leaving today. Hold me one more time, dear Virginia. Take me one more time in your arms. Hold me one more time, dear Virginia. I love you with all my heart. Oh, 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 oh. Well, I still need you, but I have to leave. And losing you is killing me. 'Cause I still need you, but I can't remain. And all I can do is try to swallow the pain. Hold me one more time, dear Virginia. Take me one more time in your arms. Hold me one more time, dear Virginia. I love you with all my heart. From Charlottesville down to Abingdon, I've seen the towns and loved them all. I've seen the birth of my little ones, but now they're growing tall. So hold me one more time, dear Virginia. Take me one more time in your arms. Hold me one more time, dear Virginia. I love you with all my heart.
I can't unmute you. Sorry.
Oh, hello.
There you go. So whatever you just said was probably lovely. I'm going to go away now and you can repeat it.
Nice to see you. I said, let's meet Amanda Gates-Elston. Hi, Amanda.
Oh, hello.
That was gorgeous. That was gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
You have a lot of fans backstage.
Oh, that's lovely.
and out there as well. Well, tell us a little bit as you were listening to the art of Paul Koors. What inspired you to give us this song?
Yes. I first heard Paul's music at last year, listening to Jillian and Kathleen and another friend Jen, and I was so struck by his music, and just you can really feel his spirit, his soul through his music. And I was writing about him today, and it was like his songs are crafted like carpentry. It just it feels like woodwork. It's it's so disciplined, and it's also like just intricate with this beauty. And this song attracted me because I saw a bonus demo track, and I just love I love something really sparse. When you hear what the songwriter hears, you can, before the production comes in, and everything that was produced is just on his albums are gorgeous. I just loved that demo sound. It's so honest, and I watched his YouTube, and just him in that room playing it. I love his sound, and I feel like I have a really great sense of who he was, and a kinship to him.
Wow, beautiful. Beautiful. That's wonderful. Now you're a solo performer and an artist, and you're also in a band called the Wildflowers. We share that. And
We
all
do
of the
share
Wildflowers,
that.
the Wildflowers are here tonight. Amanda's in the Wildflowers. I am Jillian Matundan, who is our producer and curated the show, and then Tracie Potochnik, who's coming up later, are also in that band. And but you're going to give us one of yours now.
Yes, I will. So it's mainly an instrumental piece with some lyrics at the end. It's called Eulogy for an Electric Star, and it was about a musician who was a bass player, and she was so excited, had so much work to do, but things were cut short for her, and this song was really about really trying to make sense of that and give space for feeling that, and wishing that music could be sort of like this two-way radio to connect with the ones we wish were here. So yes, I built in a little part tonight at the end that's very Paul specific. So,
oh, great!
Yeah. So,
wonderful.
All right. Great. Thank you, Kelly. In the middle of the music, we can commune when we gather together and sing. We can hear you. Man, he is traveling. That man, he is building. Man, does he love music and family and friends. His hands he mends with his hands.
I loved
Oh, thank
what you
you.
added specifically for Paul. So beautiful.
Thank you.
Paul, if you want to learn more about Paul, those of you who are just meeting him through these songs tonight, you can go to the Paul Koors Memorial Foundation website and learn more about Paul. But he was well loved by family and friends. He was a songwriter and also a surgeon, and so amazing that you brought that in. And you and he share opening hearts and capturing hearts through your music. And so wonderful to have you and to see you. Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
Wonderful, wonderful. Our next performer coming up, Rowan Corbett. We're going to hear his Paul Koors cover, and then you'll get to meet him. Rowan will sing Far Away.
Well, I can't find a way to escape this parade. All this marching in circles just makes me insane. And I can't find means to appease this disease. If it wasn't for you, I would turn and I'd flee. I'd be gone, gone like the sun at the end of the day. I'd be gone, gone like the words that I needed to say. I'd be gone, gone far away. Well, I can't find the words to define the absurd, and the phrases I need are too harsh to be heard. And I can't find the will to move in for the kill. If it wasn't for you, I would head for the hills. Yeah, I'd be gone, gone like the sun at the end of the day. I'd be gone, gone like the words that I needed to say. I'd be gone, gone like the luck of a man who has lost all he owns. Everything's wrong, wrong, and I can't find a way just to make it back home. Where the hell do I belong? Well, no, it ain't here, it ain't now, it ain't this. Something else must exist. It must be far, far away. 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 Far, far away.
Fantastic. Rowan Corbett from the DC area. Let's bring Rowan on and say hello.
Hey.
Hey, Rowan, how are you?
Great. How are you doing? Thank you so much.
That was so great. That was so great.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit more about why you picked that particular Paul Koors song.
He's a great songwriter, but this song in particular spoke to me because of I feel like musicians don't pay enough attention to mental health. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of us, part of the reason we play is to get out to the things that are bothering us. And this song spoke to me in that. But more than just because there's, this angst, there's also the line where he says, if it wasn't for you, it's those people around us, the community that helps hold us up, the loved ones and friends in our lives that help us through, and that really spoke to me a lot in his song. So.
That's fantastic. And you are a big part of musical community. You play, in addition to being a soloist, playing in all kinds of different styles, you play in a number of different well-known bands. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I've been playing in the Celtic band Tinsmith for quite a long time, as well as the band Iliami, which is an acoustic rock band, and I was a member of the Carolina Chocolate Drops for a while as well. So
Grammy Award-winning Carolina.
The Grammy Award-winning, and played with Rhiannon Giddens' solo project as well. So,
wonderful! And you're gonna play a solo song for us now that you've written, and what is that?
It's called Charm and Strange. For those of you who are not in the know, charm and strange are two types of quarks or subatomic particles. So. Watching you melt down, hearing you break. Charm and strange, no longer in sync. Such cold vision that I can't bear to watch. But radiation is deadly and I'm fused to this spot. As it all rains down, ashes sift to the ground, move like waves, but we strike with the force of light, and as we speed through space, time comes grinding to a halt, neither here nor there. We span the space between it all. On the coal, we're thriving on strife, only counting decay, breathing half-life. So we'll bleed out this heat, we'll shine in the dark, permeate the aether and try not to spark. As it all rains down, ashes sift to the ground. We're moving like waves, but we strike with the force of light. And as we speed through space, time comes grinding to a halt, neither here nor there. We span the space between it all. Between it all. Watching me melt down, hearing me break. Charm and strange, no longer in sync. Such cold vision that we can't bear to watch. But radiation is deadly and we're fused to this spot.
I'm here in my house and I just cheered out loud after that last line.
Thank you so much.
Oh, wow. Fantastic song. So
Thank
great
you.
to get to hear your original work and to hear your take on Paul's work. Thank you for coming, Rowan.
Thank you
and
so
thank you for
very
being
much.
with us this evening.
Thank you.
Up next, we have a songwriter who hails from Providence, Rhode Island. Sometimes she goes by T-Paz, but more often you'll find her as Tracie Potochnik. And she's going to play You Read My Mind by Paul Koors, and then we'll meet her and learn more about her and hear her original music.
It was 10 a.m. when I hit the edge of town. If I drove any faster, I'd fly right off the ground. Now every mile takes me closer to your touch. And every hour shows me time is not enough. With you, read my mind. Yeah, you read my mind. Read my mind. When it was time to leave, I didn't even say goodbye. 'Cause there's a part of me that's still afraid to cry. Now every mile takes me further from your grace. Now all I've got is this guitar to fill your place. 'Cause you read my mind. Read my mind. Read my mind. The longer I lay here, the more that it seems my reality is caught up with my dreams. There's gotta be somebody up there looking out for me. 'Cause you read my mind. Read my mind. Yeah, you read my mind. Read my mind. Read my mind. Read my mind.
I love it. Tracie Potochnik, please join me on stage.
Hello, Kelly.
It's so great to see you.
You too. Excellent job
Say-
hosting.
Oh, thank you. I really enjoyed the duet. Who was your partner in crime there?
Oh, that's my son, my 4-month-old Sasha Henry. I know sometimes when I was practicing, so I learned this song in exactly that position because that was all I can do. Because when you have a baby, boy, they take up a lot of time. It's hard to do really anything else. And so eventually I was like, I just got to plop him in his little chair and sing to him. And so there were times when he would just be like, woo, 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 the whole time. But this time, he's first take, he just chilled right out and went to sleep.
Well, he's a social media superstar. He's known for his glamorous hair and fabulous facial expressions.
He is a notable and iconic baby. I will admit
He is, and it was good of him to appear with you. It was
Yes,
good of him. I'm sure it was a lot of negotiation with his people.
Oh,
with
no
his people.
doubt, no doubt.
Well, Tracie, tell us a little bit about why you chose that particular song.
Yeah, so I was I asked Jillian for like a few leads on songs, and this was not one that she named. But I was just listening to Paul's music when I was driving and like had a minute to myself, and it just kept sort of coming back to this one. I think the melody is what really drew me in the first place. That beautiful, like, you. And I just kind of, was like, and I think now, especially I'm just drawn to sort of like songs that are a little gentler and sort of lullaby-esque. And so I think, it spoke to me in that way, just musically. And then, the lyrics in the bridge too, of, the longer I lay here, the more that it seems my reality is caught up in my dreams. And I just thought, it was, just being a new parent, I think that really resonated.
Oh, it's beautiful. And no, you're a solo performer, but you also perform with a number of ensembles. One of them listed right here, Cardboard Ox.
Yes, yeah, that's a duo, a folk duo. I play with my friend Steve Elaine. So check us out. And Steve plays solo as well and is a great musician.
Awesome. And you're part of the Wildflowers, and we're all here sort of on and off a screen. Our online band, someday we will all play in the same room together, but we've been playing over the pandemic, making videos together. Yes. And then also Glory Girls, is this right? Oh, Glory Girls, yeah. It's another lady trio quartet locally here in Rhode Island that I'm part of occasionally. Everyone's so busy. It's hard to get together. It is. What are you going to sing for us tonight of yours? So I'm going to play a brand new song. Ooh. And as aforementioned, sorry, I'm very tired. Also, when you have a baby, people don't tell you about this 4-month sleep regression thing. Wow. That's, there's a reason people don't tell you that. But so as mentioned previously, it's hard to find time to write, play, do anything. So I kind of, just make up spontaneous lullabies and whatnot to sing to Sasha when I can. But this is inspired by, actually, you can see it in the video. There are these black and white decals that we have for him and kind of his play area, because babies, young babies especially, see high contrast images before they see anything else. So we have this set of decals that he just loved when he was little and would just stare at them endlessly. But there's the sunshine and a watering can and a flower and a bee and a tree and a bike, and then there's a house. And so we were just sitting there playing one day doing some tummy time, and I started to kind of put together a little narrative from those images. Oh, wonderful. I can't wait to hear it. Thank you. The sun shines on the flower, the water can pours the water, the bee buzzes all around. Everything is blooming, and you're just zoom, zoom, zooming. What a lovely day we found. We like to hear the wind blow right outside the window and watch leaves fall down to the ground. They're red, orange, and yellow, and you're my favorite fellow. What a lovely day we found. And when the winter snow falls down so cold upon your nose, the sun takes a vacation and the chill can freeze your toes. There's no need to worry, baby, there's no need to hide. We'll snuggle and play the day away and keep you warm inside. Do-do, ba-do-do-do-do-do. The sun shines on the flower, the water can pours the water, the bee buzzes all around. Everything is blooming, and you're just zoom, zoom, zooming. What a lovely day we found. What a lovely day we found. Yay! I'm going to be singing that all night. I love it so much. Thank you for having me. Thanks to Jillian and Kathleen and the Paul Koors Memorial Foundation. Oh, we were so glad you could join us. Have a good evening, and after the show is over, go to bed. Thank you, Tracie. Tracie Potochnik, everybody. Coming up next, we have another fabulous performer. Jon Fuller will perform Never Want to Let You Go. So we'll hear the song, and then you'll meet Jon, learn a little bit more about him.
Day or night, you can call on me and I'll be by your side. You don't ever have to feel alone. 'Cause rain or shine, I would walk 100 miles to watch you smile. You're the light that guides the way back home. 'Cause it took me all my life just to find you. And now that I found you, I don't want to let you go. It took me all my life just to find you. And I never want to let you go. All those nights I had walked these streets with anger in my mind, an emptiness that echoed in my bones. But in your eyes I could find some place to lay down all my pride, a place where I could always feel at home. It took me all my life just to find you, and now that I found you, I don't want to let you go. It took me all my life just to find you, and now I never want to let you go. Took me all my life just to find you, and now I never want to let you go. I never ever 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 want to let you go. It took me all my life just to find you, and now that I found you, I don't want to let you go.
Jon Fuller singing the songs of Paul Koors tonight as part of the Paul Koors Memorial Foundation Singer-Songwriter Showcase. Let's meet Jon, who has a brand new record that came out in April of this year called When Did You Get So Damn Scared? And wow, that was fantastic.
Oh, goodness, thank you.
Jon, we want to hear more about you, but first, tell us what led you to this particular song out of all of the good ones out there.
Oh, it was at once a really tough choice and also a really easy one. It was a two-pronged choice, and I think Amanda said earlier that all of these songs feel like constructed almost as though they were carpentry, and to me also they feel kind of like an old growth forest, as though they've always been there. And Paul was just the one that kind of took them from the ether, and they feel like they've always existed. So it made the choice really difficult at first. But then it was a two-prong choice to do this one. One is My White Whale as a songwriter is a really well-constructed love song that is straightforward and doesn't make me cringe. And this song is just so beautiful and so sincere, but there is this sort of wisdom behind it that I was just so entranced by it. And then musically, I have severe acoustic guitar envy. And pianos are great, but a really good guitar groove is like the coolest thing in the world. And so this was one of the more groovy numbers in Paul's catalog, and so I really wanted to tackle it and see what I could do to sort of find my way next to that beautiful guitar playing.
Oh, it was fantastic, and it was what you did with the piano was perfect. It just really, really highlighted the lyric and that gorgeous melody. Jon, what are you going to play for us next?
So I'm going to play a song called Stepping Stone off that record, When Did You Get So Damn Scared? It is a song about looking back at a time of your life when you have feelings that are maybe too big for you to fully understand what's going on in real time. So you have to wait 15 years or so to kind of put them all together.
Excellent. Jon Fuller, everybody.
All right. Remember when you took a tennis racket to the face? You tried your hardest not to cry, but angry tears and fits and starts kept springing from your eyes. You were so mortified, you didn't even know me, but all I could think was, God, I hope he feels better. Remember when I tried to introduce you to my mom? We'd known each other for a week. She didn't know just what was going on. I'm sure my voice betrayed the giddiness that I was feeling.
We're having some technical difficulties, and Jon is refreshing his screen, so he may join us. Maybe we'll bring him back around in just a moment. But actually, there are some comments from, I believe, let's see here. We've got comments from the audience here, folks who are listening. Beautiful lyrics, great live stream. Teresa McQuaid says, thank you to all the performers for the beautiful music and for being here tonight. We're getting great comments about the arrangements as well. Jon, good to see you.
Live
Would you
theater.
care to play?
All right. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Here we go. Remember when you took a tennis racket to the face? You tried your hardest not to cry, but angry tears and fits and starts kept springing from your eyes. You were so mortified, you didn't even know me, but all I could think was, God, I hope he feels better. Remember when I tried to introduce you to my mom? We'd known each other for a week. She didn't know just what was going on. I'm sure my voice betrayed the giddiness that I was feeling. Undefinable but sharp and light and filling my whole body. How you saw me, the possibility I didn't know enough to call it love. Remember when our parents sat us down to tell us we were banned from talking on the telephone, 'cause we were tying up the line, and our phone bill nearly doubled from our constant conversations. But they were probably relieved their sons were finally making friends. Remember when we tried to download the first episode of Queer as Folk? It took all night, it also was illegal, and it didn't even finish. But the laggy low-res glimpses of that dance floor made my dark suburban basement feel more temporary. Stay up all night, lean into what feels right. I didn't know enough to call it love. Remember together that one summer. It was the only perk of being in the closet in 2003. And in the morning when we stopped talking to each other, and the day that I came back to find the door was locked 'cause someone else was in there. I should have known I was your stepping stone, and just when I had learned to call it love, the match was thrown. Learned how to be alone, and just when I had learned to call it love.
Jon Fuller, everybody. Jon, you are... I'm coming on because I have to introduce the next person, but my God, that song, the way you play, everything, it's just so good. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thanks for having me and everybody. Thanks for putting this together, Jillian and Kathleen and the whole foundation, and Kelly for being such a fabulous host. I mean, come on, what a crew.
Yeah, it's been a great night. And I have to tell everybody, if you have not seen Jon Fuller's website, go there now. Get that album, that song, that album, this guy, worth it. Please check him out. Jon, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay. So I get the dubious honor of introducing our fabulous MC tonight as a singer-songwriter herself. So Kellie Lin Knott is an award-winning songwriter coming to us from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Kellie, I've never known how to say where you spent time in Hawaii, so you can tell us that later. But she is an incredible artist and musician. She's known for her quirky commentary, as you've seen all night, and eclectic catalog of original tunes in divergent styles. She's entertaining, irreverent, and fantastic. She's also fond, and I have to say this, of dramatic pronunciation of regular words like land, as in, show me the land. All right, we're going to go to Kellie singing a song from Paul called Twin City Blues, which actually is pretty appropriate for our friend from Minnesota, so here we go.
I left St. Paul about an hour ago. Twin City Blues about to overflow. Packed my things and I hit the road. Drove all night till the sun awoke. 'Cause if I stay, there is nothing that will change. I am set inside of my ways. I go on about my business and just hope for better days. So there I go, running from the questions, the only answer that I know. Pass my shoes. If I run fast enough, I just might get away from these Twin City Blues. It was 16 hours to the Cleveland line. The going was slow, but the weather was fine. rented cars just to pass the time. Tried to ignore what I left behind. 'Cause if I stay, there is nothing that would change. I am set inside of my ways. I go on about my business and just hope for better days. So there I go, running from the questions, the only answer that I know. Past my shoes. If I run fast enough, I just might get away from these Twin City blues. I've had about enough of this cold. It cuts through my clothes, though I button up my coat. I've had about enough of this town. There's hands at my throat and they are holding me down. No matter what I do, I can't seem to shake these Twin City blues. 'Cause if I stay, there is nothing that would change. I am set inside of my ways. I go on about my business and just hope for better days. So there I go, running from the questions, the only answer that I know. Past my shoes. If I run fast enough, I just might get away from these Twin City blues. There I go, running from the questions, the only answer that I know. Past my shoes. If I run fast enough, I just might get away from these Twin City blues.
Hey, Jillian, we can't hear you.
It's like a new day with new shoes or something, Kellie Lin Knott, everybody. Kellie, what a beautiful, beautiful interpretation of that song.
What a beautiful song. And, I'm wondering if you're going to ask me why that song.
I think you can answer that yourself, so
Excellent.
I don't have to ask you.
Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why that song, Jillian.
That'd be great.
I was listening to the whole record, Winter's Come and Gone, and
So good.
flummoxed because there's so many great songs, and having to choose one was so challenging. And I was drawn to Twin City Blues because of the title. I grew up in the Twin Cities of Minnesota, and then lived in Kapa'a, is how you pronounce it, Kapa'a,
Thank you.
Hawaii.
Thank you.
For a while. But Jillian sealed the deal. She sent me a text and she said, maybe you should just sort of follow that title, sing Twin City Blues. And I love it. And that specifically, there I go.
Yeah.
I just love that just gentle, gorgeous reflection with such a beautiful melody. And I've been singing it ever since, and I've been trying really hard not to play it live until after this stream because I think it's one that I want to continue to play. It's just such a wonderful song.
And that's exactly why we did this, right? So to all the performers out there, or anybody out there who is a musician and you're interested in Paul's music, please, that's all we could ask for, is that you keep playing it out there, because I think that's the best way to keep it going. So
these are songs that deserve to be heard and need to be heard.
So good. So Kelly, what do you have for us?
This is a song called The Dream.
Oh, lovely. So you're going to land us with The Dream.
I'm going to land you. The Dream,
Okay.
yes.
All right, lovely.
Memories in pieces, stirring like smoke. Clues found in waking, a fragmented hope. I know that I was there. I gotta find my way back in. I know that you were there. I face the clock away again. I'm traveling through time, dark on my mind, to the place where I'll find you waiting, eyes wide open right now. Hardly aware that we're floating, falling right now. Baby, we know we're asleep, and when we wake up to the real world, when we wake up to the real world, will we miss the dream? Sunrise and coffee, the same old routine. Man of the freedom found in the dream. Is this the world we make? All that we say we can't do? Or is this the world awake? The loneliness, the nothing new. I'm traveling through time, dark on my mind, to the place where I'll find you waiting.
Knott, everybody. And I'm not on
Jillian
mute.
Matundan.
No, hey, listen. I want you to know, Kelly, because you're playing and maybe you weren't tracking, that you have a new backing band. Every musician back there wants to basically play with you. We're just going to show up. We're just going to show up.
Good, because they're so good.
Just don't be startled when you turn around and we're all there playing with you, because it's kind of going to happen now.
I'm into it. I'm totally into it. I'll send the chart out after the show.
Fantastic. Kellie Lin Knott, everybody, thank you so much. That is one of my most favorite Kellie Lin Knott songs. And so please check out all of her stuff there. You'd think I'd know this by now, how to orient correctly. But before we go to the last thing here, I do want to bring back on Kathleen. And Kelly, if you'll stay on. Kathleen. Hi. Wait.
Ah.
I got you.
Okay. As promised, I'm back at the end of the show, and I have to just, I mean, I kind of saw this stuff coming together ahead of time, and I thought, this is going to be a heck of a show. And you guys did not disappoint. I mean, Kelly, number one, you are the best MC ever. It's like you've been doing this your whole life. How awesome.
This is so much fun to just talk about fabulous musicians and to raise awareness about amazing songs written by an amazing person.
Yeah, right. So, I mean, I first heard Paul's songs in January 2020, and, you know, one of the comments from tonight, somebody riffed off Amanda's comment. I think it was Jon saying that it's almost like these songs have been around forever. And I kind of had that feeling too when I heard his music, that, wow, that's his song. You know, it's like it's so solid of a composition. So anyway, I want to thank all the performers. I mean, we couldn't have had a better show for promoting Paul's music and, you know, the work of the foundation, you know, supporting songwriters. Because boy, have we done it tonight. And backstage, we've been just really enjoying each other. So also, I want to thank Jillian. I mean, you all know you've been working with Jillian. She's done all of this. I mean, it was my idea, my dream, and, you know, everyone should have a Jillian like this. I mean, unreal what this woman can do. So many, many thanks. And I'd love to bring any of the performers who are still here with us back on if you're willing to come on.
Let me start bringing them in. Your Yin's already back there? Because you're coming
Yay!
back in.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Yay, great.
Yay.
Oh, thank you ever so much for doing this. And Tracie, particularly, I know you haven't had to sleep in months, but I'm just so glad you came. And, you know, I know that the family's here. I mean, we've got a couple comments here. The family's been watching, and they're just absolutely loving this. So
yeah. I do want to read one, if that's okay.
Yeah, please
This is from Pat Koors, who's Paul's mother, and she just wanted to say, because she hasn't been able to comment on the concert, she just said it's meant so much to her and Paul Sr. And all the family, and they love the way that everyone talks about his songs. I mean, the way you've all connected with these songs. I mean, they just say thank you so much. You know, Paul's parents, Teresa, Paul's aunt, you know, please, they all want to just thank you for everything you've done to bring his music to life. So thank you all tonight. And I would just say, you know, I think Kathleen and I do this because we felt such a connection to Paul's songs. I did too the minute I heard it, and it sounds like all of you did. I mean, I couldn't have agreed with you more, and so I'm just so grateful you all said yes.
Yeah, so we wanted to keep this within 2 hours, and I think I'm trying to find the thing. I think we're getting there.
We're getting there. We're good. We're doing all right.
So this is the second live stream, and in the first live stream, we were coming toward the end of the planning, and Jillian and I talked one morning, and she said, I have this idea, and I'm like, wait a minute, I have an idea. And it turned out it was the same idea. And that idea was to do a spliced video of all the performers doing a single song, and you all know what I'm about to say. So you have been working on this song, and you've done a great job, and we're going to end with that, but I don't want to end without offering anyone the opportunity to say anything they might want to say. We have 1 or 2 more minutes to do that. So if anyone would like to say anything about what this has meant to you, I can tell you that as a songwriter myself, and having, you know, coming in behind someone like Paul Koors, and then having a foundation say that they believe in songwriting and they want to support songwriters is huge. So I want to give anyone the opportunity to say anything they might like to say tonight. So.
This organization is just doing so many great things to create and foster new community through these songs, and the songs are the perfect vehicle to do so. But to be able to come together and enjoy each other in this way is truly magical. So I want to say thanks, because it's been great to be with these artists, and we wouldn't be here without the music that Paul wrote.
That is the truth. Thank you.
I just wanted to highlight that comment because that's Liz, Paul's wife. saying
Yes.
thank you to everyone. So I do want to also, before we get into the last thing, and I don't want to interrupt if somebody else is going to say it, I do just want to mention Matthew for all of his work on what we're about to see. Matthew Clowney did a lot of this work, and I also want to say thank you, Tracie, for letting him do it, because
That's what I wanted to say. Thank you,
I'm sorry.
Tracie.
Thank you for that, Tracie.
He's my baby daddy. Those who don't know. So I've had a lot of baby duty over the past week.
So thank you for that. Anything else before we roll to the last thing?
Thank you very much, you guys. You were terrific. Really.
Thank you all. It's been a joy and such an honor to be a part of this. So we're gonna roll with the last video. So thank you everyone for joining. Please make sure if you haven't checked out all these artists, please do. Don't forget, you can donate to the artists the tips tonight. Thank you for doing that. I've seen them come through. But also, if you want to support the work of the foundation, the information's right there. Please go to the website, paulkoorsfoundation.org, and you'll get all the information. All the artist bios are there. So we will see you soon. Thank you so much for everything.
Bless you.
Good
Bye.
night.
I've been waiting on a woman. I've been waiting all day.
There ain't no type of potion to take the edge off the pain.
From the moment she left me, all I can do is cry.
But what hurts me the most is she left with an Irish goodbye.
I've been waiting on a woman. Been waiting all night.
There ain't no type of whiskey that'll make it alright.
On the day that you left me, well, I thought that I'd die.
But what hurts me the most is she left with an Irish goodbye.
I'll be waiting on a woman.
I'll wait my whole life.
There ain't no time for potions.
Lord knows that I've tried.
On the day that she left me, I thought that I'd die. But what hurts me the most is she left with an Irish girl.